القرآن للذكر فهل من مدكر.
Salam Alykum. Be sure to download your free implementation workbook. We go through it step by step. All the videos correspond with it. We have laid it out very strategically so you can master Quranic Tajweed and Quranic Mastery and implement it while you go along. Okay, so be sure to download this and it will help you on your journey. It's free to download. The link should be in the description. Salam Alykum.
Let's now look at some of the other rules on stops. So we will look at some of the rules on stops in regards to the Rawm, Ishmaam and the Sukun al-Mahd before we go on to the other types of al-Hadf and al-Ibdal. So there are some conditions, of course, that we know of al-Ishmaam, and there are some conditions of al-Rawm. We already know that, for example, a Rawm can be done on either a Dhamma or a Kasra, or a Dhammatain or Kasratain, and Ishmaam can only be done on a Dhamma or Dhammatain. But there are some other rules which are exceptions to these general rules. So let's have a look at these now. Number one, Rawm and Ishmaam can only be read with the original Dhamma and Kasra. So on original Dhamma and Kasras. They cannot be read on a presented Dhamma or presented Kasras. So let's have a look. What is the original and what is the presented? So a quick definition, the original Kasra or the original Dhamma is something which is part of the original makeup of the word. And it's not something which has been added because of a particular reason to either maybe join. So both of these examples that which have been given here, وَأَنْتُمُ الْأَعْلَوْنَ and وَأَنذِرِ النَّاسَ, actually these are not original, but these are presented Dhamma and Kasra, presented. So this word antum is actually mim has a sakin, but because the Arabic rules prevent two sakins meeting, then what happens is that this sakin is turned into a Dhamma and is joined onto the next sakin. So this sakin on the meme is turned into a Dhamma and is joined with sakin, which means that if you're stopping on this wa'antum, then you stop with the sakin, but if you're continuing, then you would read this with a Dhamma. So this is a presented Dhamma, and therefore if you are stopping here, you are not allowed to do a Rawm or al-Ishmaam. And the same thing applies here. وَأَنذِرِ النَّاسَ, this Ra actually has a sakin, but again, the rule which prevents two sakins meeting, the sakin is of course within the shadda, then you would turn this into a kasra, وَأَنذِرِ النَّاسِ. So therefore, if you were to stop on this word, then you would not be able to do a Rawm or Ishmaam, because the original here is a sakin. So the Dhamma and Kasra in the above examples are presented harakat. They were originally sakin. And were changed to their respective harakat to prevent two sakin meeting and to help in joining the words. So that's one of the first rules exceptions. Number two, the ha dhamir. The ha dhamir is the attached male possessive pronoun, and it has three different opinions on its ending. The ha dhamir, the attached male possessive pronoun, has three different opinions on its ending. So the first opinion is that the ha can only be read with a pure sukoon. The ha can only be read with a pure sukoon. So the reason why they said that, they give this example, is because the ha ta'neeth, the ta with the round ta, can only be read with sukoon as well. So the ha should be the same as that. So the second opinion is allowing the Rawm or al-Ishmaam on the ha. So the second opinion is that as long as it has a Dhamma or a Kasra, which it always has, then you can read it with a Rawm and Ishmaam. And the third opinion, so opinion C here, the ha can be read with either Rawm or Ishmaam, but with conditions. So actually the third opinion is the most correct opinion, which was chosen by Ibn al-Jazari rahimahullah, the Sheikh of the Qurra, the Sheikh of all of the reciters. Then let's look at further at what these conditions are. So the ha can be read with Rawm and Ishmaam with the following conditions. Number one, the ha is preceded by an alif med. So we can see here that before this ha it has a dhamma, but it has an alif med before it. قَبَضْنَاهُ we can see there's an alif med before it and has sakin on it, of course. So in this case we can read it either with the Rawm or Ishmaam if we are stopping. So if we are stopping and we are doing it with a Rawm, it would be قَبَضْنَاهُ. So we can hear the weakening of the dhamma. Now of course you can't see because I haven't put a visual aid here, but if you were to do it with the Ishmaam, you would circle the lips. So قَبَضْنَاهُ. You can see that I'm ending with the ha sound, but then I am circling my lips to make the al-Ishmaam. Number two, what is the second condition? Number two is when the ha is preceded by a fatha. So the ha must be preceded by a fatha. Now what happens in this case is that there is a mad sila sughra, and the mad sila sughra will be dropped. The mad sila sughra will be dropped and we will do a Rawm or we will do al-Ishmaam. So we can do فَقَدْ عَلِمْتَ. This is when I'm doing al-Ishmaam. Of course you can't see me because no visual aid, but if I'm doing a Rawm, فَقَدْ عَلِمْتَهُ. So there is a very weakening of the dhamma here, but I'm still pronouncing the ha. And number three is when the ha is preceded by a true sukoon. So here the true sukoon is a true sukoon. It's not presented sukoon. So we'll say wastaghfirhu. Wastaghfirhu. That was too much. Wastaghfirhu. Yeah, and we are weakening the dhamma to do a Rawm, and of course you can't see, but I'm going to do al-Ishmaam. Wastaghfirhu. So the ha comes out and then you do al-Ishmaam. So true sukoon is a sakin which is an original part of the word and not presented. True sukoons only occur at the end of some verbs. So the verbs of ordering and al-majzoom verbs. The Rawm or Ishmaam will not take place on a ha if there is a waw or ya or a dhamma or a kasra before it. So if there's a waw, again an alif is allowed, but a waw is not allowed, neither is a ya. So that's the three mad letters. Only the alif is allowed, not the waw or the ya. Or a dhamma or kasra before it. So of course we're allowed with the fatha, but not with the dhamma or kasra before it. And we're allowed with the sakin before it, but not with the dhamma or kasra before it. So these are some of the other rules in terms of stopping at the end of words. And inshallah in the next video we will look at the last two cases of al-hadf wal-ibdal.
If you enjoyed this video, guys, please like this video so we know you enjoy it, as we can make more. Please write a comment and tell us what you thought about the lesson. And don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe now. Jazakallah. Salam Alykum.